T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. Welcome to Trap Talk Reptile Podcast, episode 394. New breed on the block. It's that Monday. You know what time it is. Hope everyone's having a great start to your week. I'm your boy, MJ. What is good, everybody? This is your first time hanging out, tapping in. Do yourself a favor for sure. If you're into keeping reptiles, breeding, admiring, keeping, all the above, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, select all. You'll be on top of every single podcast piece of content I drop on this YouTube channel. You can also listen to me on any audio major platform such as Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you like best out of each episode. And then also give the props to the guests too. You know, this is really them that's bringing the heat. So thank you for all the love and support. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers out there. If you're looking for that exclusive content, if you want to tap in, like, let's just say you're just coming into this and you're like, man, I really don't know nobody. I don't know, especially don't know anybody sick. Then, dude, don't look any further. Okay, go down to the very first link you see at the very top of the description. Click on it. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. And as soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord, which will tap you in with over 170 trappers. Would actually tap you in with a whole nother section on a social media platform called Instagram group chats going off. And then we have a weekly collaboration going down every Sunday with my big dog Villarino and the V Unit family. We just had our first party yesterday and it was fun. 25 people in the building. I had a great time. Speaking of a great time, my man's here. Big E, Top G, Villarino. What's up, dog?
What up? What's up, brother? How you doing?
I mean, listen, your features always come correct, but your background looks a little bit more stepped up. Looks like you got, you know, I see some champs. I mean, okay, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the Heat, but respect, you know, champs are champs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to say I like the background, man. I'm feeling it.
Thank you. Hey, y'all got LeBron right now. You're in the hunt. So,
yeah.
We had him for a little while, you know?
How you doing, man? How's everything going?
Great, bro. Great. Can't complain.
Yeah. Good weekend?
Yeah, man. Grinding like always, but you know how it is.
Yep. Oh, I
keep it going.
Do I? Here we are doing it, just grinding away, man. Speaking of grinding, I want to say shout out to tonight's sponsor, the Reptile Super Show, #1 show in the country. Head over to the West Coast. All right, my man Emilio. Rumor is I heard somebody said something about him maybe pulling up on a January or something, and that's that next Reptile Super Show you could really come through at, and it's a good time. And I don't know, you've been to the West Coast before, or you haven't been to the West Coast? Remind me, Emilio. I can't remember.
Cali wise, I've only been once. I'm gonna be out there with you.
SoCal. You like SoCal though? Like we're on
San Diego. No, I'm gonna be out there with you January 3rd.
Damn, there you go. He said it, not me. Woo.
And then the following year, I'm gonna vend it. I'm gonna bypass Tinley. I'm gonna bypass Arlington. I'm going straight to the West Coast. The coast with the most. Let's go.
Some people do like that. Respect. I can't wait. But yeah, shout out to Rami. Shout out to the Reptile Super Show. Shout out to the entire squad. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Always Evolving Pythons. My big dog, Miguel. Always making moves. Always inspiring. AEP. Shout out to the family. Go give him a follow on Instagram. And go subscribe to his YouTube content. Always Evolving Pythons. Last but not least, shout out to Freedom Breeder, #1 stainless steel rack in the game. Jesse, the entire Freedom Breeder crew, appreciate your support. But seriously, man, head over to Freedom Breeder, #1 since the 90s. And that's a fact. New breed on the block series. Got the homie Jay, man. I mean, I only know the homie through you, and this is why I feel like our collaborations have been like very amazing, because I try to stay on top of who's relevant in the ball python game, but it sometimes I lose motivation, and that's your bread and butter, bro. Like you know these guys, you know what I mean? And you know, not to be biased, but seriously, like you put me on game with Jay, and after looking into it, I realized he has his hands on stuff that I've never heard of, and just kind of like unwound to tonight, like where now he's on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I've always seen him through social media. I knew he was close to me down here, but we never really met. We finally clicked, and homeboy's great, man. He's become one of my better friends down here, and deep in the puzzle game. Got some badass weirdo stuff. A bunch of really cool projects. You know, he's got his own little his own little niche and stuff. It's pretty good.
That's what I could tell from just I've only been following him for like the last month or two, I believe, but I could see that he has his own shit going on. You know what I mean? And that's really from, like, I don't know. We'll ask him when he comes in, but I feel like that comes from experience and just being grounded on shit for a while. You know what I mean? Like he's not a COVID breeder from what I know, right? Like he didn't pop up in 2019 or 2020, even though there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, that wasn't the case with him. So lot to learn tonight. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the situation when I brought you on the show as a new breed on the block, but that wasn't really the case. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
either way, recognition.
There's a lot of cats in the background, bro, that are just
that's what I'm saying.
Quiet,
I appreciate being able to expose people like Jay tonight in a good way, obviously. So, hey, live chats are cracking. My bad. Happens every time. But hey, live chats are cracking. All right, let's see who's in the early bird live chats. And if you are in the live chats now, you're watching this episode, you think tonight's episode is worthy of a super chat, drop that super chat. Do not be shy. Especially if a good question, you have a topic or anything to add to tonight, man. Drop it. Let's go. Let's get these things cracking. Row 5.0. I appreciate you. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Brooke Byrne. What is up, Brooke? Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Appreciate
my
you.
girl.
So much. Travis, wait, what? You got your homegirl?
That's my girl, Brooke. My Infinity Critters, baby.
My homegirl first or your homegirl first? Not that we're competing, but how long have you known her for?
At least 6 years. She's one of my old customers, man.
You win. I'm sorry.
She's awesome.
This is
represent South Carolina, baby.
This is why Emilio's Big E Top G. You feel me? Experience. Can't beat that. Travis Gordon. I appreciate you, Brooke. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Travis Gordon in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Ruba Exotics. It was tight meeting the homie last night. Hey, bro, what'd you think of the V Unit Trap collaboration Zoom party last night? That was fun.
I loved it.
Yeah. And we had, mind you, we had a lot of people on both sides who weren't able to make it. So obviously these are going to be sick because people will be able to make it eventually. And it's going to be it's just going to keep getting better and better. So huge perk of being a part of the Trap Talk Patreon family. Or if you're more of an IG friendly type user and you like content there a lot, do not pass on this guy's subscription. Head over to Villarino Reptiles, subscribe to his content, and then come join the group family that's cracking 24/7. Shout out to the V Unit family, man. And again, shout out to the homie Mike, Ruba Exotics. Pleasure meeting you. And then my OG homie, Big Mike, 1776 Exotics, OG Trap Talk Patreon member. North Star Exotics in the building. V Unit family all day, every day. Revolutionary Morphs. Was this the Ray that we met last night or no?
Ray Lear. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ray Lear. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Ray Lear.
Cool name. I haven't heard. I don't think I've ever seen that name before, to be honest.
The big homie.
That's a sick ass name. Appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in. The homie Shane, Ricky Bobby, SRT, above all scales. Trap Talk Patreon member, V Unit family all day, every day. The homie Orange County Chondros. What's up, Robert? Appreciate you. Trap Talk Patreon member. Big Diego, the homie Cruz, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. It's my dog. Yeah, man. Good to see you last night. Eric's Morph Factory, V Unit fam all day, every day. Celtic Reptiles in the building. What is up? The homie Aaron, Bosa Reptiles. He was tapped in last night, that's for sure. Had a good time.
Ambassador.
This guy was tapped in and he left. But hey, you know what? It was cool that he was there while he was there. Shout out to the homie Ryan Manfredi.
Manfredi.
Or is that like you call him?
BMFer, baby.
All right. So
Love you, dog. Love you, dog.
Manny Freddy. That's my dog, bro. Trap Talk Patreon member, V Unit family all day, every day. Morph Master J. What is good? What is up, Johnny? Thanks for tapping in. V Unit. The homie Wiz Constrictors in the building. It's my dog. Appreciate you so much. John's Creatures. What's good? Piyush Patel, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Damn, the homie Big Mike, Herb Collectors in the building. What is good? JD, Joey D, the homie, the young G,
Joe D. Take the Y off.
It's crazy. First and foremost, go subscribe to this guy's YouTube channel right now. I don't ever think he was a shy. I think he lies when he said he was shy. Did you ever know Joe when he was shy?
Yeah, I met him at the show at Pembroke last year, and he
Was
was
he shy?
like real quiet.
Damn, I can't see that from the homie. But either way, this is what happens.
That's it. Once he opens up, it's over.
Yeah, Joe's telling you right now, tap into this guy's content. Appreciate you so much, Joe. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. B Unit family member. And I want to end this with the homie JD because I don't want to waste any time. I hate to lag on the show when I know it's 9 o'clock your guys' time. And I know you guys are savages and you want to stay up for this, but I want to respect your guys' time. And I know Jay has a 9 to 5 and you are just nonstop grinding. It's game time. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for the homie Jay? JQ Ball Pythons, the homie. Ready? Emilio's so hard to read sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't give me something. He'll just sit there and go, I'm like, but you know what?
Born ready, man. Come on now.
Hey, do me a favor. Get the likes up right now if you haven't. But more importantly, do what you got to do to stay hydrated. Do what you got to do to get your mind right. New breed on the block, my homie Jay. JQ Ball Pythons. Episode 394 coming at you right now. Let's go. Jay! You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes,
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it.
All right, we're live. Episode 394. JQ Ball Pythons.
Hydrating.
Mid swig. That's what I'm talking about.
I was hydrating.
My man, what's up, Jay? How you living,
Oh, man,
bro?
what's going on? Emilio, I didn't know you were wearing that. I should have worn my guayabera.
Homage to the old man, dog. And, you know, our Cuban heritage.
I should have worn my guayabera.
Dímelo. Hacer que volar. Let's go, Miami Mafia, baby.
Hey, Andre, two things. Well, hold on.
What's up?
First thing, congrats to you and your wife with the kid.
Thank you.
I haven't told you this semi one-on-one, but and also 514. Hope he gets the help that he's looking for.
Respect.
I saw the show the other day, and so
Yeah.
all right, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm rooting for it. Hey, let me see. Can you do me a favor real quick, Jay? I know we just started, but there's a glitch, and I'd rather fix this now before we get into it. Can you just exit out and come right back in? So just leave and come right back in through the link I sent you.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, sorry, it'll fix it. Did you see? You know what I'm talking about, right, Emilio? Did you see it?
Honestly, what I see I don't like is the fan. Yeah.
No, I mean, listen,
it automatically, I look at the fan because it's moving. I don't know.
StreamYard, if you have StreamYard, you know, if you see any signs of a connection problem, it only gets worse as you continue. And then it's just like you don't get anywhere. You know what I mean? And I should probably, I don't know. Some people you don't have to, or you know, it just depends on the fucking connection, man. That's the thing about lives, you know. Sometimes it's like, you know, you just have to do shit like this, but I'm not worried about it. But dude, you can't get all Cubano Mafia on me, okay? Because I feel like I'm out of place. So can you like at least like
That's it. I just wanted to get that out the way.
I'm just kidding, bro. You're good.
I'm excited for the homie, you know. So
he's not far from you, right?
Nah, man. He lives 10 minutes from me, bro. 15 minutes.
He should just came over to your pad. He should just done it with you in person.
I mean,
but
I didn't think of it. Honestly, I didn't think of it, bro. Now, when I'm in January at your crib, man, it'd be cool to do one with you right there in that room. That'd be awesome.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the way I do it throughout the week, you're gonna more likely be here on a day where I do a show. So yeah,
sweet. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, 100%. You'll more likely be here when Mark Bailey's here and a bunch of other fucking heads.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Mark.
Might have like a huge ass fucking podcast, you know, like just like a bunch of different heads, you know.
Mad respect for Mark's longevity and his impact on the game.
Yeah, that's my boy, bro. Definitely looking forward to hanging out with him. And yeah, I don't know. Let me ask you this: what would you say the biggest thing you would look forward to once it comes down to you vending at Pomona at a Reptile Super Show?
Honestly, meeting as many West Coast people as I can, bro. You know, it's a whole other, you know, world. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely that, bro. You know, I heard, you know, sales in Cali kick ass too, bro. I mean, let's be real. So, and then chilling with all you guys, you know, KG, Mike, Insane, bro. Getting to know you a little better is gonna be fucking amazing, bro. So
I'm just making sure Jay's good because I'm like it shouldn't take him this long to come back in. But anyways, we'll figure it out. Hope everyone's having a great night out there. Don't mind us. We're just kind of getting through some technical difficulties right now.
Perfect timing for a super chat.
Yeah. If anyone has a question out there, get it. No, okay, but let me ask you this: is after having Khalil on, and now we're going to be talking about more new genes potentially tonight. What's your thought about a new gene hitting the ball python game? Like, do you really look into it, or you just wait? Like, I mean, how do you approach something like that? Or do you not?
My approach with new genes is I need to see real differences in specific combos made, and once I see real evidence of there being something that I'm into, and you know, something that is realistically 100% different, then it grabs my attention.
Right. Jay, what's up, man? You're back.
I'm back. I had my daughter help me.
Shout out to the kids out there, man. I mean, I know they're not kids, but still, she came through.
No, all three of mine are adults.
Man, but seriously, Jay, glad you're here, bro.
Still living here, but they're adults.
How's everything going with first and foremost, can you let everyone know how long you've been keeping and breeding ball pythons, and if ball pythons is the foundation for you as far as reptiles?
Yes, ball python is a foundation. I actually fell into this by accident about maybe 10 years ago. Just strolling around on Facebook, I run into Ben Siegel's auction, and I've never seen a snake auction before or knew anything about snakes. First of all, I wasn't one of those that grew up with snakes or went back to the backyard and grabbed it. I didn't have a yard. My whole thing, I lived in an apartment, so it was all cement.
Wow.
So I actually clicked on it, bet on something, forgot about it, and what everybody does in the morning, picks up their phone. I looked at it and I had a notification that I won the auction without knowing anything about snakes or anything. So I said, fuck it. Let me go get the snake. And went from there, went to a Petco, got a fish tank. One of those reptile tanks, and just put it in there, and then just little by little, just started, knowing about it, watching videos and stuff like that, and it's been keep what?
No, go ahead. I was gonna ask you, what did you bid on? Because I'm fascinated by this right now.
Dude, it was a normal.
Really?
It was a normal.
Okay.
Supposedly an import
super classic.
Import from Ghana. I didn't know what the hell it was. I just went ahead and did it. I had a few beers in me. I went ahead and did it, and I got it. So the first thing when I brought it home, my wife told me, "Is it venomous?" No. Okay, no problem. And then that's been going on 8 years. 8 years keeping, and breeding and selling about 5. I started really slow, crawling. I wanted to learn what I was getting into. I didn't know if I liked cleaning snake shit, how much time I had. At the time, my kid was my boy was playing baseball, so I had no time. It was work, come home, practice, baseball game. Weekends, he was playing travel ball also. Never was home, so I didn't want to get into something I couldn't dedicate my time to. So just slowly got into it.
Yeah. So, did you ever breed that snake you bought off the auction?
No, never did. Then I got into Mojave and stuff. My first pairing was a Mojave and lesser. I had no incubator, and I just did it maternal.
Oh, nice. do you happen to recall what day they hatched and all that stuff? Did you keep note of that?
They hatched normal. To me, it was they hatched normal day. It was like 55, and they already had their heads spoken. That day is what really got me into this. When I saw the little head sticking out, I was jumping up like a little girl.
I mean, that would make me. I mean, maternal incubation is like I don't know when I would do it, but I definitely would like to experience that and see that. That'd be cool. You know what I mean?
Hey Jay, real quick, were you in the same home when you did that maternal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the perfect parameters for a maternal incubation.
My garage is a freaking incubator.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, where we live down here, that's I think temperature's the last thing we got to worry about unless that week that it gets cold.
I've done like 5 or 6 maternal incubations throughout the years. It's pretty cool, man.
It's pretty easy. It's nothing.
Yeah. To see those babies hatch from the female and all that, and it's really cool.
Hey Jay, I have a question for you. Who was paving the way for you as far as what projects you invested in like 6 years ago, or when you were considering breeding?
I met two buddies. One was David from Mad Ball Python, and his cousin Isaac from Elite Exotics, and I started getting rats from them. And then little by little, we just became friends, and they taught me a lot about what was out there and stuff like that.
And so, what's like the platform more for your projects right now? Like, kind of everything you're putting into and whatnot.
I'm gonna go heavy in with puzzle.
Oof. Okay. And where you at with puzzle right now? Like, I mean, how long have you been going heavy in puzzle for now?
I got some holdbacks from last season, and then this season I got a couple more that I'm growing up. And then what I'm going to concentrate is this year's codons to put in with puzzles. Okay. I'm going to probably work on mainly heads this season.
Right. Okay.
Be ready for the following.
And don't get it twisted. You got a triple recessive project in the works, right? You already got the animals.
It's a orange GHI orange belly head puzzle, head hypo, head DG.
Oof.
Say that one more time for me, Jay. I'm so sorry. It's
orange. It's orange belly, GHI.
Orange belly.
I know you like GHI.
I love GHI. Yes.
Head puzzle, head DG, head hypo.
Oof, that's filthy. Damn.
Yeah.
Man, how I don't know. Like, okay, let's talk about how some people feel like clown is just overhyped at a point where you're not going to see clown as a platform for a lot of people anymore. Like you're not going to see, like, you might see it in projects floating in theirs, but it's not going to be like the main thing for them as it typically once was or is for some people.
I still see so many things you can put in clowns. There's still so many.
I agree.
Patterns out there. So many that nobody has touched yet.
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of agree with MJ. Where I see things going is, I think puzzle and clown are gonna have the continuation of the market going forward.
Yeah,
I think puzzle is gonna take some of that clown focus.
Puzzle might be the new clown, but I don't see clown going away. I mean, it's just too much still to do with it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll go as far as to say it's the new clown. I will say that it's gonna take a big part of the market. Clown is, I don't know, man. It's just clown, bro. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta do something different. You gotta do something different to it because they kind of look all the same.
Yeah,
I get you. I'm just giving you what I see.
No, I know.
You definitely got to be different with it for sure. But that's like what Jay's saying is that there's still a lot of untapped shit to do the clown. Like supers, like there's so many different super forms that haven't been in a clown as far as with DG and shit in yet. So there's quite a bit to go, and clown is still hella relevant. But puzzles just like as years are going by, puzzle just keeps gaining more ground. You know what I mean? But what's up? Puzzle clowns don't look good or what? Am I tripping? I'm not.
There hasn't been a nice one yet.
So, and what do you mean by that? Like, does it? I mean, maybe I can pull one up, but what is it not? What is it? What is a puzzle clown does not make it appealing? I'm just curious. I'm gonna pull one up.
The last one that came out, you couldn't even tell there was puzzle in it.
Yeah, I remember seeing one that was really nice that you could really tell, but the others that have been produced, it's kind of a wash. Yeah, you don't really see it. You don't see the animal, the puzzle in there. To me, at the very least, it's not worth it. A lot of puzzle breeders out there agree, so they're not. A lot of them are not going clown.
That's weird. Right. So, like, I'm not one to, go the Google search route, but I'm in a hurry here, so fuck it. And the only thing that I see that is puzzle is in a clown. And then when you look at one that is a clown, like, I don't know if that's
the nicest one ever hit, right there.
I could see that though. Here, let me see. Hopefully because it looks very blurry.
That's the one everyone points to every single time, but then there's like 4, 5, 6 more that just they look like regular clowns. So
unless Will comes out with some crazy stuff,
which
he's hiding some stuff.
That's just a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this looks cool, but it also looks like obviously there's leopard involved too, right? So could this even just be a het version? Maybe like this almost looks like a puzzle clown, but it's not. Like I don't know.
Looks like a clown. Looks like a leopard clown.
Right. Like I would feel like see at the very bottom on the belly there, you could see where like that is showing where it could start to be a puzzle, but it just doesn't want to continue to be, and it stops. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I think the pattern is really showing it, and also the head and face are definitely showing that it's puzzle, in my opinion.
With the color is what you're talking about?
The overall pattern on the face and the head, and the pattern on the body, I'd say that is a beautiful puzzle clown. I wish more would hit like that.
Now, I know we were talking at one point, Emilio, about certain genes being overpowering. But can a leopard gene be overpowering a recessive gene at all? Like, or in this case, like if there wasn't leopard involved, would it be easier to spot puzzle? You think in that case, or no? Just curious.
I mean,
what do you think?
That one is leopard. The leopard's helping. Yeah. So I mean,
well, you can tell the leopard on it. It definitely has leopard.
Yeah.
Right, but for somebody like you, Jay, who's building a puzzle project, you rather not put clown and puzzle.
I'd rather go into the puzzle pied.
Puzzle pieds. Have those been made?
See, we gotta agree to disagree on that one too.
Yeah, Jay, I don't know, man. Well, why pied's difficult?
If you ask me which one I'd rather do, I'm going clown all day because to me, you have at least a chance of. You have a better chance of seeing what you want to see.
Oh,
With Tide, I
Jay,
don't think you're gonna see it, bro.
I don't know. Okay, and listen,
I'll try
I don't know.
I'll try it. I mean,
I ain't
that's-
spending no $5,500 on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but hey, everyone has different taste and wants, and that's what makes this game amazing, right?
I've seen puzzle in DG. I've seen puzzle in different combos. Floored. Puzzle hypo floored. This right here does not put any respect with puzzle.
that's
whatsoever.
a single. Yeah, it's a single gene. I mean, if you add OD, add entry to it,
But how much
think-
is that going
I
to bring
think-
puzzle out of that?
I think it'll pop.
Maybe if you add Enchi and you get pattern on there, maybe. But I don't know, man. It's something you'd have to try. You know.
It's only one way to find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now
I mean, it's
I'm
only one way to
curious
find out.
I'm curious when things, because I'm right there with you, Jay. Like I didn't come into this, well, mistakenly it turned into this, right? I mean, for sure, I didn't. This was not intended, and it happened. But like you, I like started off, got snakes, went to the pet store for my materials or my whatever I needed, feeders and shit, glass tanks. But when things turn the corner and go like the step up from there to breeder racks and like, you taking it to even branding to JQ ball pythons. Let's talk about that.
When I had that maternal pairing,
What year was that?
that must have been
Okay. Sorry.
17, I think.
2017.
I think, yeah.
That was the
And
year I
then
got in.
all the racks I got, I have bought them used. I haven't bought any new racks. They've been all used, obviously cleaned and all that stuff, but I
Right.
haven't gone crazy buying racks.
I mean, shit, you're in Florida. You could get your hands on fucking a lot of hand-me-down shit that's like still good.
It's a nice time.
So
to buy.
So what'd you do? Would you go to Craigslist or did you go to OfferUp or you just ask people around? How did you
No,
get
just-
your hands on shit?
Yeah, no, just saw on different sites. So people were selling. Mainly I got sea serpent
Shout out to
racks. So
Chris.
that's mainly where I went. The route I
Like-
went, knowing that they're local. Also, if I needed anything, it's just an hour away from me, an hour and a half. So
Okay. And let's see. The year you had that maternal incubation going on for that clutch, the next year, how many clutches did you have? Or did you like when
no,
it
I didn't have
started?
any. I didn't have any.
So okay, and so what year was it when you started making clutches again?
About 19.
20. So 2 years down the
Yeah.
road. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
Making
ahead.
clutches to sell. Actually selling.
just saying it right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then now we're talking like you going like an investing project route, right? Obviously stuff that you're holding back. Now
Yeah.
you're at a stage where you want to hold shit back versus sell it, And when did that happen? Was that just recent?
Well,
or
I
when
got
did you-
I got 40 female adults. They were all produced here.
okay.
That's how
Real quick,
I've taken my
JQ,
time. On it.
whoa.
I mean,
Whoa.
I got a job or anything in it, so I don't really rely on the animals to pay the bills and stuff.
Yo,
Hmm.
Jay, what was your first investment animal? You would say
Pastel.
a highway I got for $25 on one of those razzle dazzles.
What?
That's an investment, bro.
okay. All right, listen.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
$25
all
on what? Wait.
I
I want to know more. Hold on. Pause. What's a
one of those razzles? What was it?
giveaway?
A raffle.
Those
Oh,
raffles.
He said
I put
razzle
$25
dazzle.
and it was a freaking highway.
And how much was that highway worth when you won it?
Probably like $1,000.
About $1,000.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck, dude. I remember there were so
But
many
see,
things going on.
I haven't bought any adults. Everything I've bought has been hatchlings.
What's
and
the
I've
most? What's the most expensive snake you bought?
Shit.
Is either a Wookiee or a puzzle?
No, I just got into Wookiee.
Okay.
And puzzle, remember puzzle? I just got a head. It was a head to a head, 6
Okay,
eggs.
you
I have
made your
full visual.
puzzles. You made your puzzles like
Holdbacks.
4 or 5 years ago?
3.
Okay.
My holdbacks, and then the other one came out last season.
Okay.
Nice. So you have puzzle you have puzzle girls ready to breed, basically.
Visual, probably next season.
Okay, next season. Visual.
Yeah, they're about 900 grams.
Nice. Okay, well, hold on. Let's go back. What's the most expensive snake you've or let's talk about like the first expensive snake that you dropped money on and what led to that.
You should know this, brother. Let's go.
Talk
I gotta keep it real.
I probably don't even have it anymore.
But do you know what it is? Like, do you know what the morphs are?
It was.
Damn, he sold it.
It was an orange green yellow bitty clown.
Okay, that's cool. And how big was it when you sold it?
It was about 1,200 grams.
Okay, pretty much ready to breed, I would say.
Yeah,
Almost.
2 months off
Damn, what made you sell that snake?
to get something else.
Not a clown.
No.
We all know what this guy favors.
Yeah, I really like that puzzle stuff.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't blame you. Like I said, I think over a year ago, I was at Will's. Okay, shout out to Will Morrows, and I saw a bunch of shit that he just doesn't show off, and it was all puzzle comboed stuff. And that's when I slowly put my head down. I was like, all right, I put mad respect on puzzle. That's for sure.
I'm sure.
Go ahead.
I'm sure there's a shitload of stuff he don't show.
Oh man, I mean, and some of it's obviously revealed because he's produced it now, and like
Right.
it's like I said, but still, like it's still. I can only imagine what he has now, like what he hasn't shown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, listen, puzzle, just be ready. That shit's hot now. How's going? Okay, first and foremost, you told me you got 40 females. What's your year looking like next year? How many are you looking to breed as far as that, and how much do you want to go? All that stuff. Let's talk about.
Probably going to go about 15 clutches. I don't want to overwhelm myself.
Good call, because you have a 9 to 5, right? You obviously have a you.
I got a 3 to 2, not 9 to 5. It's a 3. I get up at 3 in the morning.
Grinding. And what do you do?
I work for a uniform company, Cintas. Been there 30 years.
Okay.
So the good thing, I just work Monday to Thursday. But
That's fucking sweet.
I start early, and whatever time I finish, that's the time I finish. I'm not by the hour or anything. So I'm servicing customers and selling and dealing with execs and all that stuff from different. Mainly my accounts are dealerships. So
right now, obviously, we want things to go in your favor when it comes to projects you're looking to fulfill. But could these projects be something to help you retire closer than later, or are you not really worried about retiring yet and you're chilling? Like, well, how soon could you maybe look at just doing snakes and solely snakes? I'm just curious.
I'm hoping probably in the next 3 to 4 years.
Dang, that's tight.
Hoping.
And your wife, say what?
Hoping.
Yeah.
So
what do you think of that video?
It's great, man. Yeah. And as long as you put the work in and you grind, man, you can do whatever you want to do in the game. I love it.
Yeah.
Real quick, Jay, go ahead.
No, go E.
Where are you going with your weirdo puzzle stuff in the next couple years?
Yeah, that's weirdo. Never heard of weirdo. I'm not gonna. Okay, I think I saw Ozzy post something called weirdo, but definitely something new.
The snake I started with came from Ozzy. The male. Well, you saw the male. That it's just.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's just it has no pastel, no nothing. That one I want to use to put into 4 or 5 different codon females and make my heads from there.
Is there one project that is like I like to say this, shout out to Jim Mandich, an old Miami Dolphins broadcaster. What that you're going to make in the next couple years makes your toes tingle other than your triple head? Is there something else you're working towards with puzzle?
toe tingle. This guy in his toes.
What makes you go crazy?
Puzzle G stripe.
That could be different.
Mm.
Risk taker. Risk
Hey, why not?
taker.
Why not?
Yeah.
So there's G stripe, and then there's super stripe, or is that this? No, right? And there's a couple different stripes, right?
Nah, he said G stripe. He's
Yeah.
going
No. Super stripe is what? Spectre and
yellow
Yellow
belly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tri-stripe. I was thinking, not G. Not my bad.
No,
Tri-stripe.
I don't have any tri-stripe.
Yeah. Damn. So and
That's we'll see what comes out of that, bro.
I mean,
Now, I gotta
I got the female G stripe. All I gotta do is plug in the male and then have double heads, and then another couple of years I can have them, hopefully. But
Cool.
we'll see.
Now, I got to ask you one thing, Jay. As far as you looking at certain numbers that you want to hit year after year, where do you feel like a lot of your sales are going to come through for you? Like, are we looking mainly just closest people near you, or like Morph Market? Where are you hoping to hit your sales at?
I've done a lot of sales on Morph Market, not this season, but basically all my babies that I have now are from this season. So they're still feeding. They're not ready to go. But mainly Morph Market and a couple of shows. Hopefully, I'll be doing with the Mister there on the side.
Have you got a taste for the shows yet? So have you gone kicked it with?
I've helped a couple, like my boy David. I've helped him on a couple of shows and stuff. I've gotten a taste of it.
Yeah,
pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, he's gonna vend with me at Pembroke.
And that's a show. How far from you guys?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that you would come home after it's over. You wouldn't stay up there or anything like that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's close by, and we live like 10 minutes away from each other. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might hit scales with me. We'll see. It's gonna be fun, bro. Give him a little taste of vending and meeting people and shit. So.
Now, getting back to like you potentially retiring in a handful of years, I think obviously one of the biggest things you want to make sure that's not going to be an issue is produce for your animals, like the rat game or the rodent game. How do you currently feed your collection and whatnot?
I feed live, and right now I'm feeding the adults rats. I'm little by little breeding ASFs. And hopefully I can just make the change to that. But right now I'm feeding rats.
Okay. You said you're saying breeding rats, right? Is that what you're saying? I feel like I hear feeding.
Feeding rats.
So you don't breed your own rodents.
ASFs only right now. I can't.
Got it.
I live in an association. So I don't even want to try bringing rats in here. just with the smell.
I mean, yeah, or like something chews out and gets to something, you know what I mean? Yeah, associations. Gotta be careful of that. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, you always got your Karen walking around.
So who plugs you up with live rats?
Your boy next to you.
Yeah. This guy?
Yes, sir. And the mice.
Okay. Let's talk about that, right? There's some people go either straight to rats, straight to mice, a little bit of both. What do you prefer?
I go hoppers. I go hoppers for the first 4 weeks. Then I go pups, rat pups.
And then from there, what's your regiment from there as far as how do you like to feed a hatchling? How often?
I'll feed on before letting it go, or
no, I'm talking like a holdback, like as far as if you want to raise it up.
A holdback. The first 4 meals I go hoppers. Then about another 3-4 with pups, and then I go right ahead with weans.
And then how often are you feeding it weans?
Until it'll take a small.
Yeah, but like once every week, or like how often are you?
Yeah, once every week. The adults I feed every other week, and I don't feed mediums. I just feed smalls.
Oh, so you feed your adults bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
That's cool. I thought about that. I don't know, at the especially when a ball python gets so big, I'm realizing, and I've had conversations with numerous people about this too, who on the show, and they never saw a difference. But there's not much more as far as big or anything that happens to a ball python as an adult if you feed it weekly or bi-weekly, and it's almost like you're wasting. Like, I feel like, call me crazy, but I feel like there's certain times where you don't need to feed that adult snake every week. Now, mind you, we're paired up and shit like that. Maybe that's when I'll switch things up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as I have more seasoned females, I have females that are just laying like I think this is my fourth in a row now, right? And they've always stayed big, and I'm just like doing more of the feeding as I see as they need it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Right. It gives them time to digest, and their shits don't come out so big.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think my dog went in the tub and took a shit in the tub. So that's how big they come out.
And the worst
Dude.
are the wet ones, man. If it's like a big one, but then they either smeared it or something happens to it, and it's just like, what the fuck? And it's like the size of my elbow. Just like, some of that shit reeks too, bro.
Ever since I changed to smalls, I haven't had one that hit that 1,000-gram wall from feeding them, from going from mediums to small.
Say that one more time, bro.
Ever since I changed feeding mediums and just feed smalls, I haven't had any that hit that 1,000-gram wall that they just stop eating.
Yeah,
from feeding mediums.
Smaller meals are better. I'll go with that.
Especially if we're talking about grooming a female, getting her into breeding. You know what I mean? There's no need to give her a medium at all. Like, just keep on the same schedule until she gets to this point of breeding. You know what I mean? But I don't know about you guys. I do have a handful of females that are like fucking goddamn over, I don't know how many grams. They're humongous. You know what I mean? So I do know a medium doesn't hurt them. You know what I mean?
No,
but not every fucking goddamn time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You don't. I do mediums on quite a few of my mature animals that are really big.
The mature ones, and those are ones that go good bi-weekly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they love them. There's some that'll take a small, and they're like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah,
like, you tripping,
Yeah.
So
doesn't it take like 10 days to digest it? What I've heard.
Depends. Sometimes I think it depends on the snake. Sometimes it's sooner. I don't think there's any fucking buddies collection out there who's all animal shit on the same time, same day of the week. I mean, some of them do it pretty damn closely, but I think it just really depends on the snake.
I guess you gotta know your animals.
Yeah, like these ones you can kind of read. I mean, shit. I mean, talk about shits. These emeralds, sometimes you have to like help them shit. And I realized the urate that was stuck in one of these snakes looked like goddamn cement. I mean, you guys saw the didn't I put a picture? It was crazy. And then I sent it to my more experienced animal breeder homies, and they're like, "Yeah, she would have probably passed that." And I'm like, "Well, it looked like she was trying to shit that out for over a week. Way bigger than that, bro. It was like this.
Yeah,
it was big, bro. It was like it looked like 3 urates stacked on top, and it just formed into this like big one. You know what I mean? And it was like discolored. It looked like the color of cement. It looked super dark gray. Usually urates are like white. You know what I mean, or like whatever. But that shit looked like she was holding on to that for a while. But anyways, yeah, I think we think about this and like, man, imagine opportunist animal that just doesn't know better, that probably really needs a shit but just keeps eating and doesn't know better. that has to hurt. You know what I mean? Like, some of these ball pythons are probably uncomfortable.
Yeah, you keep on feeding them, they'll keep on eating.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
I've been ripped, on Facebook here and there. I do have ball pythons that regulate themselves. Okay.
Yeah, some won't do it. Some won't eat. When some know, okay, I'm over it, and they won't. Yeah. But it just all depends what's happening too. If you got a female that's been paired up and she feels like something's gonna be shut off or something like that, then they won't stop. I've seen it.
Right.
They know
they won't stop. You know what I mean?
They know when to go, and they know when they need the calories.
Yeah, when
They
they
know
start
when
developing,
they need the fat reserves.
when they
Yeah.
start
It's
developing,
incredible.
that's when you feed them.
Yeah.
Feed them good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get on the topic of rodent production real quick. Because I mean, okay, would you ever consider, like, at a point you move or something like that down the road, Jay, would you ever consider breeding rodents if that was the case? Or do you feel like you could get away not having to breed rodents, especially because you're close to somebody like Emilio?
I mean, if I would happen to move and go to a place that there's no association or anything,
Right.
I can see myself getting like a small shed in the back, because right now, I can't even put a shed in the back. They don't allow me.
Right. Now, I mean,
So-
I want to get to something as far as, like, obviously rodents are sold nationwide across this country, but like, how many people who breed and sell rodents put quality stuff into the rodent, right? And you've kind of probably throughout the years of breeding rodents probably found out something that you feel good diet wise as far as for the rodents that you breed, Emilio. Is there what do you like to stick to? I'm just curious.
I use black sunflower seeds twice a week, 3 times a week. I use white bread. They love white bread. They're happy. I get cheap white bread. I get black sunflower seeds, and I use Missouri 6F. That's it.
Nice.
It's pretty much what I do with the ASFs.
Jumping back to what you said, yes, I've dreamt of buying land and having, acres and stuff. But I'll tell you this, I don't mind breeding mice or ASFs, but I get rats at a good price. Breeding rats, I don't think I ever want to do. That is a complete different animal. Much bigger, much nastier.
A lot more work. It's a lot more work.
Yeah. Yo, it's a big animal.
Rats don't fuck around, but you can't really, there's really no room for mistakes or room for fucking up with a rat, because it'll take full advantage of it. And it's not good. I'm just saying. That's why even with a mouse or anything, like, you should always have rodents in their own little sealed little area. You know what I mean? And mind you, people got to do what they got to do sometimes. I started with breeding rodents in the goddamn same snakes in the snake room, and I was, man, my life got a lot easier once that stopped. But I'm just saying, like,
I gotta do that because of space wise.
Right. Some people don't have a choice. You know what I mean? But that means does that mean everything's by the tub ready to rock and roll for the most part? Like ready to fucking go, or what?
Oh, pretty much. You gotta be careful once you open the tub.
Hey,
right?
It's kind of a good thing.
I got some that fly right out.
I never had
experience. In my experience, they got used to it. I did that for quite some time. I do not miss that at all.
Yeah, because like I said, you have all snakes in that room ready to fucking go. You know what I mean? Because they always smell rodents and shit. Even back then, I would always get something new. Like I was always adding shit and doing something like I probably shouldn't have been doing, but like always working with something that was ready to light me up because they could smell a rodent all the damn time in the room. But mind you, everything ate all the time. It felt great.
Recently, when I went on vacation, my son stayed back and he was taking care of the snakes and stuff. And I forgot to mark the one that be careful opening the tub. And as soon as he opened the tub to put water in, it snagged them. It's just,
was that the female that turned her back on? That turned?
No. This was another one. This was another.
Okay.
It got him like yours got yours. It got him really good. So you got to know which one's which.
Jay has a het puzzle female that I grabbed, and she freaking turned around on me completely. Like
I've never seen her do that until he went to the house.
Yeah,
that strange Cuban blood, bro. She don't play. You feel me? She was wondering. She was wondering who was touching her.
My dog
controlled her ass after though.
My dog didn't like him either.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just get lit by your ball python. It is what it is. And I gotta say, I won't take nothing away from a ball python bite. That shit does hurt, especially if they get you good. It's like fuck. Like it's not something where it's like like a hatchling. Yeah, why that's different, but
actually you actually laugh.
As an adult size, and once they're trying to eat, like that's you don't want to get tagged by that. And I remember one time I got tagged like one after another, and I don't know what was happening. I thought I was being careful, but I mean, it is what it is.
I can't imagine the big stuff that's bitten you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not going bigger than the Angolans or boas. That's it.
I mean, boas suck too, bro. Shit, you don't want to get by. I've been tagged by a full grown male boa, like in the bigger species, the BCIs. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah, the BCIs. And shit, I mean, any snake at a certain point will kind of like put a number on you if the bite is especially correct too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, if it's a feeding response bite, it's crazy.
I try to do like the Marshall Mendez thing where like my whole goal is not to get bit, and like I look at it's like a fucking like a competition thing, like, you know what I mean, like how long can you go without getting bit? And so far I'm doing pretty good. It's been a long time since I don't even know last time I got bit. Anyways, I don't even want to talk about getting bit.
Brock's another one that doesn't like to get bit.
No, okay.
I'll use a hook for some of them. The hell with it. I know they're ball pythons, but I still use a hook.
Oh,
hell no, man.
Not hatchlings, but my bigger adult females, I'm using a hook for sure, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't care.
Ball pythons?
Yeah,
on an adult, yeah, bro. Because
that, bro. Hey, Antoine's. Y'all reminded me of Antoine's reel right now.
I ain't got time to bleed, bro.
Hell no.
Time to bleed, and honestly, I just don't want to get bit. It's not fun. It's
right.
kind of like, oh, it's just not fun, bro. And I don't give a fuck about Antoine and his hooks. Okay, I'm just saying, no, bro. Like I'm not getting bit, bro. It's not fun. I don't.
There's no need to. There's no need to get bit.
Yeah,
no
dude.
hooks here, bro. I got tongs for the rodents, but that's it.
Okay.
Oh, you see, I grabbed them by hand. I grabbed them by hand and just throw it in there.
Oh well, I mean,
what's the high? Okay, if you're staring at your RHACS, what's the highest rack? How is it above your head? Emilio, your RHACS, like your snake RHACS. If you're standing in front of your snake RHACS, what's the highest level? Is it above your head?
You got one, right? One level.
They're all about 6 foot.
So if you pull your top tub, do you have to stand on something or no?
No.
Okay. If you had to, okay, I guarantee you'd use a hook or something, or you know what I mean. Like if you're grabbing above, dude, how do you not know that fucking snake's not right there just waiting? It just goes like that. You know what I mean?
All my tubs are see through, so I mean.
Oh, okay, that's
I
hard.
do well with that. So, I mean.
What do you like to? What are you using right now, Jay? I know you said a lot of your RHACS are something that people owned previously, but what is it that you're using right now as far as RHACS and substrate?
Substrate, I use Cypress.
Wow.
I did the paper thing for a while, and that was just a lot of work. I mean, you clean it one day, 5 minutes later, they're full of piss. And I couldn't leave it like that. I had to change it again. I went to Reptile, different type of cocos. No big deal. I use Cypress for not Cypress. What's the other one?
Aspen.
Too much humidity.
Too much humidity.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah,
the tub was just drip. It was just drip with water. So then I tried Cypress, and I've been using Cypress for 3 years.
For hatchlings, you're using paper still, correct?
For hatchlings, I use paper for about 3-4 weeks, and then I'll just put them on Cypress.
Yeah, I've got my hatchlings on paper. Hatchlings on paper this year. And the adults are on cocoa.
Okay, so Jay, you've obviously sold a snake as a baby already at this point, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you guys prefer telling the customer as far as what you want to keep them on? Like, so if somebody buys a snake from you guys, do you tell them to keep them on paper towel, or do you kind of let them do their thing, and if anything happens, you just tell them to come back to you?
I'll ask them. If they sound like they don't really know, I'll tell them try paper towels for a couple weeks, for them to get to know their animal, and then just change it to whatever they're going to use.
Okay.
That's the way to go.
Say it again, Emilio.
That's pretty much the way to go.
Yeah. So you've had a lot less people come back doing it that way, is what you're saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Typically, when they come back, they just put the animal way too much. They go way too different from what it's used to, and then you have to dial them back. So
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this: when do there's so many different ways as far as feeding a new animal, right? When you get a snake that just gets into your collection, I mean, I really feel like it really depends on you, right? But what do you tell customer when they should offer that snake a meal? Does it depend, obviously, the last meal ad, or do you feel like let it wait a little bit before offering a meal?
I will always ship an animal that I know I fed at least 2 days before. So at least, and I tell them, wait a week before feeding it again. Let it get acclimated to, to wherever they're going to keep them.
Right.
And then they should be fine. And I'll just tell them what I feed so they can, try the same thing. Right. Once it's in their hand.
I advise customers to let the snake acclimate for a week as well.
Do you advise them to go frozen thawed over live, or do you not really prefer anything?
I tell them what I feed. I just straight out and tell them whatever I feed live. It's up to you guys, whoever buys it. If they want to go frozen, for them to switch it. I feed everything live.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like at a show that might help a sale for somebody who's like, they want a snake, but they don't want to feed a live rodent? Or do you just tell them how it's easy to get them to eat something frozen thawed? Or do you ever see yourself, Emilio, having to explain that to somebody at a show or anything like that?
This year, I'm starting to offer a lot of snakes on Morph Market on frozen thawed, because there are a ton of people that only want and have access to frozen thawed.
Yeah. I mean, availability is not nearly the same as it once was.
Yeah.
But if it's a hatchling, don't you think it's easier to switch them?
After 6 meals, you could switch most very good eating ball pythons to frozen thawed easily.
Right. But older the harder, obviously, though, I will say.
Some are very difficult. But if you present the room real good, or present whatever setup you have, and that hatchling has 5 or 6 meals, the industry, anyone that's doing this on a real big scale out there is switching up their animals after 6 meals to frozen thawed.
Yeah. But you guys obviously both feed live because it's easier, and
I feed live. I feed live.
I do offer the option to switch snakes to frozen thawed on Morph Market,
Right. Now, we were talking about mediums not really being something necessary for your adult ball pythons, but your males, you getting your males up to a good size where they're at still eating smalls as well as with the females, or do you keep your males smaller than typical?
About between 800 and 900 grams.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm gonna be beefing up my males a little bit more just in case going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I used to feed my males ex-breeder mice. I'm gonna start feeding my males smalls. My males typically will eat every 2 weeks.
But your males are not touching rats, is what you're saying?
No, they're gonna be eating small rats.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, the ex-breeder thing is over unless I have to retire ex-breeder mice. Which at the end of the day, my ex-breeder mice are fat. They're big. So.
And they sell. I bet if you had those, if let's just say you didn't need them and you could let them go in your area, is what you could say.
Yeah, too. This switch over in January. Was it January? No, March. I used 80% of my ex-breeder mice for myself, and I sold some out. Yeah.
Now, any of you guys? I mean, well, mainly Jay, right? For right now, I mean, do you do any kind of food cycling at all, Jay, for your ball pythons, or just every week, 7 days is what you do year round?
7 days.
Yeah. And same with you, right? Same with you, right, Emilio? You don't do any kind of food cycling, or there's not a period where you're not feeding them at all?
I mean, there a lot of my girls, they don't eat all the way to ovulation because they're satisfied.
Right.
So I offer them a meal every week.
Right.
Some don't eat. I got my rodent order figured out to where I bring just enough to where nothing is left over. But the girls all get an option to eat every single week. Some don't, and that's fine. But my girls, sometimes a couple months away from ovulation, maybe 3, they're not eating, and that's fine because they're completely satisfied with where they're at. Yeah. So I guess that's, for some of my girls, that's their break from eating.
Are you seeing that too, Jay? Are you seeing your females shutting off a few weeks or a couple weeks before ovulation, or what's your experience?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, when you throw mice and they're not eating it, they're about to ovulate.
Right. Now, for me, I've had a little bit of both. I'm not gonna lie. I've had girls literally shut off the week before they ovulated, and I'm like, whoa, you know. But I think a lot of those are first-time girls, the girls who go for the first time. But I think any of my seasoned girls, they shut off for like at least 2 weeks or so before.
Yeah.
And obviously, you see the signs. You know, you see them belly verted up, and they look amazing. You know, like they're just shining. They have this glow about them, obviously. Now, how many locks are you averaging, you would say right now, Jay, with your pairings?
This season, what? Per pairing?
Yeah, so let's just say you got a male and a female. You know, how many locks, what's your average locks? Like how many locks until they
once a month.
And then but how many locks are you seeing until they ovulate, from what I'm saying?
About 3.
About 3 locks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have an ultrasound, so I gotta be careful not to overdo the males.
I've got an ultrasound now, so I'm gonna use it this year and look at things a little different, and try things differently. But typically, I'll introduce a male to that female every month, and typically, 3 to 5 locks. I've had clutches where I've only had 1 lock.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is, you know.
Yeah. Let's talk about a real important male that you have, right? And you know, obviously you would like him to go as many as girls as possible, but we're being realistic. You put this male with the female right away, you get locks. At what point do you feel like, all right, this fool's obviously done the pound town deal day after day, I need to take him to the next female? Or do you let that shit ride for a couple weeks and just keep them together? I'm just saying, what's your regiment from pulling him, taking him to the next female, and whoever wants to go first?
I'll pull him, feed him, let him rest for about a week, and then just put him to another female.
After you see locks and the disconnection is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I always like to see at least one that he gets fed after I pull him after a lock.
After his visit to Pound Town, he gets fed.
Yeah.
Crucial. And that's a regiment you do, Emilio, I'm assuming? Same thing?
Yeah, I mean, 2-3 weeks. It depends on how many girls he's getting. But yeah, I take advantage of feeding him as much as I can when he's breeding.
So we're looking at. Oh no, go ahead.
And he does need the rest.
Right.
And you got to be careful because some of them go off food. That's why they can't be so small.
Yeah. And this is why I think Will said how frequent he feeds his males, because that kind of ensures that they never go off food because they're always eating, right? But he feeds them extra small meals because, listen, I like to always keep my males fed, but I'm noticing that they go in the shed, and once they go in the shed, they breeding them for that. I don't know how many days they're tucked away for a little bit, But that's what I'm realizing, the small. I'm talking like little rat pups, or no, he does ASFs, like little ASF pups or whatever the hell. So obviously there's a way to it, not only with ultrasounding, but the way you should be feeding your males, super important. I feel like first and foremost, you got to be feeding your males. Otherwise they shouldn't be breeding at all. You don't want to breed a male that's not eating. I can tell you that right now. It's not a fun game to play.
No. I had to stop him because he wouldn't eat. So I just stopped him from breeding and had to use another male.
Yeah.
I had one last year that I almost lost him, but he's there. He's good,
Yeah. I almost lost a male, and then the next year I lost him. It was terrible.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And I got him to breed again, and then something happened. I forgot. I went on a trip, came back. Hi, who's this?
My Air Force girl.
Air Force girl. Oh, I've seen you shoot guns.
Thanks.
Hey, that's what's. Hey, your dad's really proud of you. Just want to say that.
He's always talking about you.
For reals.
You?
Very. Yeah, I would. Listen. Props to you, and thank you for your service. I appreciate you.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Get out.
Awesome. Hey, listen. That's why I would never be upset if I ever have a daughter someday because of that. You know what I mean? There's some cool ass chicks on this earth. Just letting you guys know that. It's awesome. And you have 2 daughters, right? Or 3?
I got two daughters and a son.
Hey, how was Greece, bro? Can we talk about Greece real quick? Because you went to Greece, and I was just like,
Man, that was amazing.
is that your first time there?
That's first time in Europe,
Wow.
and I found out how much we're being poisoned from in our foods here.
Everything's organic, bro. Everything's
man.
organic. Olive oil. They don't.
Oh my God, everything.
It's not the bad oil like we get over here. And
They don't have one big farm. It's a lot of little farms
right.
that they grow their stuff the old world way. They don't use
Right.
pesticides or anything. It's ridiculous. Beautiful place.
They've pretty much got the best diet out there, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
Yeah, they have a lot of old people too. Like their people live forever out there.
They got a lot of old people, but they're all fit.
Yep. Dang, I can't wait to go back. I want to go to Greece really bad and take my wife and kids someday. Although traveling, bro, is a lot. I mean, that's not easy to always travel. I got to say.
Yeah, with the animals, bro.
Yeah, with the animals, obviously. That's
I got lucky. My son stayed behind. If he did what was going with us, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do.
Yeah. So are you considering that in the future? Like how obviously you said you want to be wise on how much you produce each year, but like obviously, like, do you think this will keep you from getting to go live life because you have all these animals at home?
Yeah, I think next time I will arrange a vacation before the breeding season and not during, or hatchling season. Because while I was done, I had 2 of them in the incubator, Pippin.
Oh, okay.
So
but when you came home, everything else was fine though. You didn't come.
Everything was fine. No, he didn't. He did a hell of a job. All he had to do was water, make sure the rats had food and water, and the snakes just water. I mean, it was 10 days. The snakes could have gone 10 days without eating with no problem.
Yeah, me and Lisette are getting our passports. So we want to do a European trip soon.
Sick.
For me, I'm gonna have to get someone. If my son can do it if he's here, but if my son weren't here,
right,
I'd have to pay someone to take care of the rodents. You can't be 10 days.
No, not
away
the
from
rodents. No,
the rodents, impossible. So
you never think the time's coming, Amelia, where you might want to have someone do the rodents for you, if it's a trustworthy employee that you could hire.
Maybe in the next few years, if let's say I double my growth on the rodent side, I could see myself having a part-time employee.
Mm.
You know,
and
but
you're looking to double your growth if you can.
Yeah.
Wow, damn, I didn't know that.
I mean, maybe not double, but I'm gonna grow at least another 25 to 30%.
And you think you could keep up to the demand on that? Like if people, you start getting customers, you feel like you could fulfill those orders week after week after week?
Yeah.
I think he can do it.
Damn. But there's other people, obviously, even homies of your guys that breed their own rodents too, right? Or for the most part, does everyone get everything through you, Emilio?
We have one of the biggest rat breeders down here in South Florida. I call him Rodent King.
Who's that?
He's a beast. He breeds a lot of rats and ASFs. That's where we get our rats and our ASFs. But when it comes to the mice, you know, he has some mice, but mice are a struggle for some. And that's where I came in and I focused just on the mice. It's been a godsend, bro, for me. I don't have to worry about the supply not being there or, you know, prices going up. It's been amazing.
When Forrest was here, I heard that he struggled hard with the mice, like getting them to, like, longevity wise fulfill like breeding for him. And I can't really remember what it was, but what do you think it is with people and why they fail so much with the mice and then do good with rats? Like, what do you think it is?
All right. So what I've seen is they don't do well close to other rodent species. So they need their own place. Some of the biggest rodent breeders in America, from
Do it
what
all
I've seen,
together.
okay,
Right.
there's this really big one that he has his rat building and mouse building freaking a mile apart, or half, on this massive acreage. It's at least half a mile apart. Why? So the mice don't smell the rats. Mice are very nervous animals. So the way a big time rodent breeder has compared them to me, it's like a rat is an American pit bull and a freaking mouse is a Chihuahua. Chihuahua flips out and is nervous and it shakes and could die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
So they do better on their own,
Yeah.
So I haven't had an issue.
Never heard that.
Nice.
I never heard that about
whatsoever.
keeping that separated. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nuts. Now, I mean, let me ask you, Jay, at what point do you feel like you're going to want to add another snake to the collection, or is that already something on your radar right now? Like, are you in the hunt for something that you want to add to your current projects, or I don't know, anything that's been catching your interest?
More puzzle stuff.
Well, give me a little more. Like, what kind of like what into
Other than puzzle, sir?
No, or like what into puzzle? Like, I mean, no, that's fine if it's puzzle, but like what? Like, you're not gonna just get a single gene puzzle. Like, you're gonna want to get it, obviously, something else packing. Or why don't you tell me what codons matter to you? How about that? What codons?
I really love the Mojave puzzles. I'm looking into getting into that. Haven't found one yet, but I'm looking into that.
Joey D might be hitting some in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to give my take real quick on puzzle stuff that I love. I love Mojave puzzle, but what really popped for me this season was that animal that Barry hit, that JKR bot, Canova, the puzzle Orange Dream, Hypo puzzle Orange Dream.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Hypo puzzle Orange Dream.
And who made that?
Barry Swoop. It's on Canova's page. It's in a reel. He opens a tub. Man, I fell in love with that animal, bro. The OD tightens up the pattern on the puzzle, brightens it, and then you put hypo on there. My God, forget it.
You said on Justin's page, he posted it.
Yeah, it's in a reel. It's a reel that he opens up the tub and you see the snake right there. I send that to the V unit. Man, I went crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So
which one is it?
It's go to the reels. You're gonna see him opening a tub. It made me go out and buy a puzzle possible OD. And
oh my God, is it this one?
it might be that one.
Orange.
That's it.
God,
That shit is wicked, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, bro, dude, hypo. I'm telling you right now,
Hypo. Yeah, hypo's it.
hypo and puzzle might be more respectable than hypo DG.
And then
puzzle
OD,
DG. I mean.
OD tightened that pattern up, bro. And that shit to me is fucking incredible.
That shit's smoking, bro.
You can see a puzzle piece on that back of that snake.
That's how puzzles should be laid out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's why Clown's not doing anything remotely to that.
Nope.
Look what Hypo's doing. That's sick. I've seen DG puzzle shit, and no disrespect,
It's not the same.
It's not the same, bro. That's crazy.
Nope. It's very nice, but that animal right there.
So let's talk about some realistic type shit when it comes to the market and pricing and stuff. If we see nothing but proof that Hypo Puzzle looks a lot more hotter than DG Puzzle, but DG Puzzle still priced more, or could that not be the case? Like, because technically in the world of Clown and other stuff, DG reigns supreme, and DG is more when it comes to being worked with. But in this case, if Hypo looks a lot better in Puzzle than DG does, shouldn't Hypo be more expensive in this case, or no? If we were just kind of speaking out loud about this.
Go ahead, Emilio. You know more about this than I do.
Yeah. Come on, Emilio. Don't be scared.
DG is the more desirable trait for now. Eventually, things change. Everyone has a different opinion, but I would love to see a poll that compares the two combos.
Yeah.
In the V unit chat, I could tell you that the hypo puzzle won outright, and it wasn't even close.
Smashes.
Yes.
What do you think?
When you take value out of
The picture.
the picture
It's different.
and you compare the animals, the hypo won. I think it was they won. It won by 70%.
But what's your overall take, Jay, with DG and hypo, the whole argument and stuff like that? Like, what do you have to say to that?
I go with hypo. Just gives it a different look.
There it
Definitely
is.
go with hypo.
I love DG. I love DG, especially as a baby. But if you ask me what I like more going forward and for certain combos, I gotta tell you it's hypo.
Now, hold on. We haven't seen a hypo DG puzzle yet, right?
That's gonna be insane.
So that
Didn't Will make one?
no.
I thought
Will's just raising his hypo shit. He's just now this year going to be producing hypo stuff, I think, from what I remember last time he was on the show. I think
Now, the only thing is, to me, is that DG changes the pattern a little bit on the puzzle, which to me is a little bit less desirable.
right.
DG is a strong pattern morph. You know, a lot of people don't talk about that.
Like it's like kind of like something that overpowers anything else in the mix, is what you're saying.
Yes, it'll change the
thought
pattern.
I thought it didn't. I thought it didn't do anything to the pattern.
DG changes pattern, bro. Yeah.
Damn. Since we're talking about the homie Will Morrows, and I think this is an old video. Of course, it's on Facebook. But can you guys see that? You guys see that?
Yeah.
Damn.
And this is from, I can't even know when this is from, but this is a pastel puzzle DG. And I've seen this snake in person.
That thing is crazy, bro.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But it's also a different way that puzzle's presented. Like, I don't know where this orange fucking glow comes from with hypo and puzzle involved. Like, it's just two different snakes. You know what I mean? So time will tell what puzzle DG and puzzle, puzzle DG and hypo will look like. You know what I mean?
I wonder if Cryptic was in there, because it's busy as hell.
I wouldn't know. See, now you're just confusing things, Jay.
But I'm telling when you're talking about Will stuff, anything can be in there.
And you know, you're not wrong, buddy. That's why a lot of this ball python stuff I just fucking moonwalked away from, because it's like, dude, like it just makes you think deeper in what the possibilities could be. Like, okay, what about my whole Partho thing earlier this year? And you know, Emilio was like, it's a Russo, man. You got Russo. And I was like, what? And then I went ahead and wasted my time. Not that I wasted time, but went to Levance, and basically they're like, looked at me like I'm crazy. Like, I got no Russo shit in my line. And I'm like, what? And so either way, it can confuse things. You guys know that's true, right?
Well, we automatically go towards what the odds are, right? Getting a Partho snake is kind of very low odds.
Yeah.
So automatically, I was just being hypothetical.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, but hypothetically, what genes are you looking to stay away from, Jay? Like, what are genes for sure that you're like, just I'm good, I don't need to be involved in this?
Champagne. I don't like champagne at all.
Wow.
What else?
Anything else?
Damn.
You're so serious, Amelia. I love it. I know you're not, but
I know what he wants me to say.
Pastel.
No. Why? No. See,
Yeah.
that'll never come out of your mouth, brother.
You're gonna beat up Pastel already.
No, I wasn't expecting that. That'll never come out of your mouth. It doesn't come out of mine either.
I don't think so, but I know your mouth it will.
No, I have Pastel here.
Barely.
Two.
Let's not get into the Pastel thing again, bro. That shit's...
Yeah. Okay, no. So seriously though, I'm curious. Okay, so champagne isn't one that you're a fan of. What's another one that you're not a fan of? What about hidden gene woma?
That's another one I don't see myself getting into.
What about you? What do you think of that one, hidden gene woma, Emilio? Because it's been around for a while, so I'm curious.
Yeah,
I think there's some pretty stuff, but
It's random. It's super random though, and it's not consistent.
I stayed away from it.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for me.
What do you guys think about pinstripe?
I like pinstripe.
I'm slowly moving away from pinstripe myself.
And the reason is just does it collab with the stuff you have going on, or what is it about pinstripe that makes you want to phase out of it?
It just doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I'm gonna still have some jigsaw stuff, a couple. I think they're pretty snakes. But other than that, I just pinstripe doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Now, we were talking, I think, a few episodes ago, about certain genes devaluing some certain projects, like if Lester's in the mix or some shit like that. Do you guys feel that that's the case? Like, do you look at certain things and, like, you know, even though it has a couple, like, let's say puzzle hype or something, but there's Lester involved, to you, do you feel like that should be priced less? And whoever wants to go first.
People turn away from Lester. I've noticed once they hear that Lester's involved, they kind of like, oh,
right.
I honestly, I think that color palette is kind of played out. In my opinion, I think it's done. I don't like it.
But it's not. But you don't need to treat it like a super though. Like, it could be work. You could obviously make stuff that doesn't have Lester in it and just pick that stuff out, right?
Don't get it twisted. A lesser clown's a beautiful animal. If I want to have that at a table at a pet show, hell yeah, I'm gonna have that. But like to make a beautiful combo, an investment combo, something higher end, I don't want that color palette, and that goes for bamboo as well. I might piss some people off in the chat, someone that's watching that likes it, but that's just my approach. I'm done. I'm done with that ingredient.
What's his name? Brad Boa, right? He has a lot of bamboo stuff, I think, and he has that in the Sunset, I believe.
That might be interesting. We'll see.
I can't remember. Someone has because I'm like, bamboo is like fucking. I remember I had an opportunity. I was like, I'm hard pass on that. But then someone came out with something within it, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But it's kind of like the hidden gene woma thing was like, it wasn't consistent.
Me and you both came up with a pretty good point that maybe some others have as well. To me, a bamboo looked like a lesser spider or a butter spider, and you're pretty much combining two genes that are, let's be real, they're played out. You know, I mean, that's just.
I only got one bamboo, and it's super GHI bamboo, and you can't even.
That
tell
thing is pretty, bro.
It's a great.
Hey, Jay, MJ, I know you don't really show many snakes on your pods, but
I'm about to show something really played out, bro. The monsoon is played out, dog.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. That shit is dope, bro. Come on now. You know I'm going deep into monsoon, bro.
This shit's hard, but how much more sick can you get without fucking this snake up is what I'm curious. I just think monsoon could be limited. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. First off, I think I've told you the story. I love monsoon because I love granite berms. And I cannot have granite berms, and I don't like giants. So when I saw monsoon, I knew I had to have it. Now, the Mojave monsoon, you add ultramel or exanthic to that, holy shit. That pattern plus a different color, oh, bro, come on.
But
I love the pattern.
Is there an exanthic monsoon out there?
There will. I think there should be this year.
Is there an exanthic ultramel? Or sorry, is not. Sorry, is there an ultra?
I don't think I've seen the ultramel.
There's no ultramel monsoon, right?
I think TJ hit something monsoon with a mandarin in it. Oof. It was really orange. But I don't know if the ultramel's been done. I'm not sure. But that's where I'm going with my.
Somebody's got to be working on it. Somebody's got to be working on it.
But getting back real quick to the bamboo super GHI you have. A lot of people haven't seen that animal. If it's not in shed, bro, maybe you should show it.
What? Bamboo super GHI what?
It shit's crazy, bro. The animal's crazy.
Emilio, someone paid Emilio to respect on Bamboo's name. Ooh, whoa, bro. That is hard. Super GHI
Bamboo.
With the face.
Super GHI Bamboo. That's it. Just those. That's sick, bro. That looks like that.
You wouldn't expect that.
It looks like that gray matter snake or something. Where's that?
That urban camo. It looks like a camo.
Urban camo. Yes. Yeah. Damn, that's sick, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do you do with that snake?
I haven't done anything with it yet. I think I'm just gonna keep it.
It's a male or female?
That's right. It's a male.
Damn.
I mean, I could probably do something with it. Who knows? But
that's a display snake right there.
About it. I just like it.
If anything, make him a superstar at the shows.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking snake.
Put him on top, whatever. Yeah.
No, okay. I don't want to skip this topic because I think it's important. Obviously, not all codoms are created equal in a sense. Unfortunately, we were just talking about lesser being kind of a pooty morph in some cases. What are the codoms you're sticking to, and why is that? I'm just curious.
Obviously, GHI.
Respect.
Chocolate.
Respect.
Spot nose. What else? I'm working on some Jedi stuff.
What's Jedi? If you don't mind, tell me what a Jedi is.
I don't have a single gene Jedi. I'll show you what it does with Mojave.
Jedi is a gene, though? That's a gene? Jedi's a gene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard of that before, Emilio?
I saw it at his place. I had heard about it before, but it's not something that's gone mainstream yet.
Pattern messes up with the patterns and stuff, but you know how regular Mojave looks like?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
See, you see that there? That's why you just can't go off Posset monsoons off of pattern, because anyone could call that Posset monsoon right there.
All those hooks, that's what the Jedi does.
Yeah.
So
it whacks out the pattern.
Whacks it out, yeah.
What's up with the Kiki gene? What's Kiki?
Het clown het G-stripe.
Het clown het G-stripe? Like those two hets make a Kiki is what you're saying?
Right.
Yeah, Kiki was what they named the double recessive.
Yeah. It's a clown G-stripe.
The visual is called Kikis. That's what you're saying.
So what I have is het Kikis.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Now, what's your game plan, Jay? Like, let's say you have shit that just kind of takes off, and again, this is stuff like people like me or other people are just like not too sure about it. And let's just say, more importantly, it's not even a morph market. Nobody's pricing it. How do you go about pricing a project like this? Do you feel like, or what's going to be your game plan with this if it goes down?
MJ, to be honest, as far as pricing, I wouldn't know. I'm still too green with this to actually know of a price. So that's why I haven't really brought them out or anything.
Right.
So I wouldn't know where to start there.
Well,
as far as price.
What's your advice on that, Emilio?
Who else works Jedi? JQ, Brittany
Gobble. Shout out to Brittany.
Brittany, Ken Masek. Ken Masek,
I guess,
and another buddy of mine he's local also, Art.
Yeah, I guess you would go and maybe, talk with that group and figure out a way forward.
Compare it to what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, compare it on Morph Market and stuff.
Well, I mean, okay, let's be real, Emilio. If you hit a Emilio, if you hit a DG Exantic clown or something something that nobody's hit with the Exantic, are you reaching out to anyone as far as what you should price that snake or no?
I'm gonna do my market analysis myself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
See what's sold with similar genes. See the supply of what's out there.
Right.
When an animal isn't in high supply, you have, let's say, a morph market, there's only I don't know, 1 or 2 animals of said morph, yeah, you could come up with your own price for the most part. At the end of the day, I tell a lot of my guys, you have to sell that animal for what you think you're comfortable letting it go.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I do things now. You got to do a market analysis, see what's out there, and see what's sold in the past, and just make a good educated decision.
Yeah, I asked Justin this question a long time ago, and I think he told me he said he would price it at a price that he would buy it at himself.
Yeah. What would you pay for it?
Would you pay for it?
How much does the market want that animal?
Right.
You know, how much does the market really want it?
Right.
So,
and it's crazy because it's really like, especially if you feel like you have something, you know, you got to believe in it. You know what I mean? But also too, like, quality, as we all know, speaks for itself. I mean, if you got something that fucking crazy, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like really up to you on how much you feel like that project that no one else has is worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like myself, this year I hit a paradox animal, champagne black pastel paradox. I the way I priced that animal, I went back and looked at some paradox animals. I ended up pricing it about 8 times the regular price of a champagne black pastel. I think that was fair, and you know what? I sold it, so because it worked out. You're
selling more of a piece of art versus like
I had no need. I had no need for the animal, and you know, it went for 8 times the regular price of a champagne black pastel.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty about like shit. Not only are you trying to reach to hit a snake that you want to make to further the projects, you could possibly make something that could just make someone who wants nothing to do with breeding just want that snake for what it looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've had multiple opportunities like that.
And that's it. And that's exactly what happened. The person that bought the snake likes rare animals. She actually has a couple other paradox animals in her collection.
Yeah. Now, I don't know, man. Do you feel like sometimes people go too hard on Pied, Jay, or what? Are you a really big Pied fan?
That was one of my favorite Morphs when I started.
Mine
Love
too.
the Pieds. Don't have a lot of them, but little by little I'll be working on it. Hopefully I'll be having next season some Mackenzie Pieds.
McKinsey. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I'm
glad you mentioned that.
McKenzie.
What do they mention? Okay, somebody said
I'm
something.
just keeping him McKenzie.
Hold on. What was the morph that's out that they say it McKinsey and that's it's the same one?
I'm not going there. I'm keeping my McKenzies.
But what are we? Remind me what it is. Someone in the chat, please. Tell me. What is it? I can't remember the name. What's the one that they're saying it's the same one? Someone just came out with something. Oh, come on, guys. Tell me what it is. Milo, do you know
listen,
are you holding out?
Listen, man.
Tell me the name.
there's quite a few different ideas out there. We'll see what happens.
Zebra? No.
You got striker, and you got zebra. I am not advocating
it is zebra
for anything yet. I do not have any info on this, but the word on the street, people are talking out there. Striker and Mackenzie, Super Mackenzie and zebra. There are some real similarities there. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Now, shed testing should prove this at some point, correct?
Absolutely.
What's that going to do? Oh my God! So if they're all the same, what is that going to happen to that market?
I don't know, man.
Come on, give me your.
I'm sticking with Mackenzie with mine. If I do a Super Mackenzie, it's a Super Mackenzie. That's it.
I think zebra's a cooler name.
I bought it as a Mackenzie. It'll stay as a Mackenzie.
Damn. Okay, Enhancer DG. This is crazy.
Yeah. Listen, man. I'm not invested in the project at all. In any of them.
I'm so glad I'm not.
I'm not. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not interested. But what I am interested in facts and the truth, and time will tell, right?
Time will tell, and guess what? The truth is undisputed. We'll find out through RGI. I got RGI coming on Thursday night. Just make sure I bring this up to him. I'm just very curious. I don't know. What would be one question you would have for RGI, Jay? Anything you would want to ask him?
I'm not a big fan of shed testing.
Yeah, you just kind of just go with it, huh? Just like
So
kind of like how you don't do ultrasound.
I go. I get excited. Still trying to prove something out. I like to work hard. See what it comes
Jay,
out. So that's
Jay,
just me.
I'll tell you this. I still have some.
Eventually, I'll probably do it.
Yeah, I still have
Okay.
some of that in me, and I always will. Okay, but shed testing is very important. Like right now, CDC, CZDC, Zane sold me a Cypress Het Sunset female. He
Right.
just messaged me this week telling me that I need to test her for het hypo because one of his animals proved, it hit a hypo animal. So I have to test her now, bro. So shed testing is a blessing. So now I could test her. I might have a Cypress Het Sunset Het hypo. I gotta test her, bro. It's a must.
I mean, because we're talking about the time you're saving on also something you're raising up, like especially if it's a holdback or I mean pricing too, because I mean how much.
Then,
go ahead.
One more thing. We need to evolve with the times, man. We need to continue to get better. Yes, it's exciting to prove ahead, and I will do those things. But stuff that's important, stuff that's investment quality, stuff that will take me to the next level, I'm definitely going to test.
Because it's only going to take you to the next level. That's all. I think that's what Emilio's saying right now. It's At some point you're going to want to go ahead and have that to some snake to find out the truth versus having to just find out during a clutch, which also though takes away some suspense. I'm not gonna lie, the suspense. Some people like to just say "fuck it," let's. And I'm kind of like that too, but in a sense, with where I'm at with ball pythons, I don't want to have holdbacks I don't need to have, and that's where the test will come through. You know what I mean? Because I need my overhead with ball pythons to be as minimal as possible.
I got you.
That's the only thing too. Because also, too, not everybody has fucking facilities to just fucking hold everything back too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know I don't.
Guys, it's not only that. Like, when you get RGI on, I want you to ask them about the het monsoon test. It's very important. Why? Because nobody buys pos het males. So if you have an investment quality animal, and let's say you're breeding for pos hets, you could test a pos het monsoon male, and it's automatically a valuable animal. Nobody buys pos het males. Okay? Nobody. So if you have an investment animal and you could test a male for being that het, bro, that is invaluable. That's worth it every single time. We're
going to hit a shout out to the super chat because this homie came through right now, and we're going to make sure I answer this question before we get into the wrap-up question for the homie Jay. But what do you guys think of the Nyla gene? The fuck? What is this?
I can't keep up. I've heard of it, but I haven't.
What is it? Everybody know?
It's a dark gene. I really don't have an opinion. What I saw of what was hit, it kind of looks to me, okay? And again, I keep it real. I saw that animal and it looks like what I thought looked like a super mahogany clown would look like, a Suma clown. That's what I thought a Suma clown would look like when you hit it. So that is my observation.
Ooh, here's another one. Shout out to me, Will, 217 Pythons, but this is also being said?
I haven't heard that.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah. RGI it. That's all we got to say.
Test it.
That's why I'm glad. Okay,
I got a lot of chocolates though.
Yeah. I mean,
and
come
Wookie.
on. Chocolate's way harder
and
than
Wookie.
What else are they? What else? They're comparing Wookie to something else too, right? I forgot.
Chocolate.
Oh, what? They're not
Chocolate.
the same. Tripping.
Well, Justin kind of said they're very, 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 very similar.
Well, I'm gonna call Justin out Thursday because he's fucking cap. You can't tell me Wookie and chocolate's the same. They're not.
Yeah,
he said they're.
Ask him that. I want to. I'll be watching that sometime.
Hasn't he made Wookiee chocolate clown shit and it looks intense? Like it's not a chocolate clown. It looks good.
I mean, you can
He's
go
made
back
it.
to the video.
He's made it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it looks almost identical. You can't tell the difference. Let's just say that.
This is so annoying, guys. Whatever, dude. Let's keep fucking pulling names out of a hat. What do we do? God damn. This is why it's
Damn,
like
Morph Market's
Yeah,
popping
they gotta
this
cut
week.
the list. They gotta cut the name.
what are you looking at Morph Market? What's happening in Morph Market?
Shout out to Morph Market. That shit's popping this week.
What? Why? It's just a lot of people, a lot of snakes on there, or what?
Nah, I'm getting inquiries.
Oh, relax, guy. He's all trying to flex, right? You come
Nah,
on.
man, I just pushing it up so I can just continue the conversation, man.
Hey, check it out. Got a wrap up question for you here, JQ.
Let's do it.
If you were to have someone come, like, let's talk about someone you run into at a show or whatever, and they're looking for guidance or looking to come into this. How would you give advice for anyone out there coming into the breeding side of ball pythons from scratch? And maybe someone coming straight from a tank, like how we both did at some point. But any tips, anything that you want to toss out there for anyone out there in that position right now?
Buy something a little bit older than a hatchling, because some people they get the hatchlings, and the hatchlings actually they strike more than the older ones. People get afraid of them, especially when they have little kids. So
Get something a little bit more established. You mean?
Something
Yeah.
less nippy.
more docile, more docile. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
I think if you can't take a bite from a ball python, get the fuck out of here.
but if
Hey,
they're coming with
Jay.
if they're coming with a small child, it'll
That's
freak out
true.
the kid.
Yeah,
Jay,
but go ahead.
Jay, how about it? What you've learned on the investment level, project level, like what would you tell someone not to do in that aspect?
First, you got to find out what is it that they want to do. If they just want a pet, or if they want to start breeding, if they want to invest in breeding. So if they want a pet, you're not gonna sell them $1,000, $2,000 animal. It doesn't make sense. If you're just looking for a pet, you look towards the smaller, the less expensive animals. It all depends what they're looking for.
Right. But how would you guide someone? Like, let's just say the situation is a little different and the person you're guiding has money to spend and they see like your top-notch stuff and they have questions about going in heavy like that. You know what I mean? Because obviously go ahead.
And go female.
And when would you recommend getting a male?
Once the girl's I'd say about 1,000 grams.
Okay. And this last super chat of the night.
You get the male that you want.
Can you read that? I'll read it out for you if you can't.
What's the top 5 genes you would start with as a beginner?
Top 5 genes you would start with as a beginner. Damn, he said 5.
Yeah. That's like, damn.
You want to think about it? You want me to go?
Go.
Hold on, no. It's for Jay. Hold on. He got this. I would say go with 3 recessives and 2 codoms.
Yeah. Clown, hypo,
Okay.
and
Puzzle, obviously, right?
hmm,
Or no? No? Damn, okay.
yeah, I guess. I mean,
The gene you've been talking about all night. Fuck it.
He wants some offer himself.
He's like, bro, I don't want fucking people to work on this shit, man.
Fuck.
I'm gonna hoard him. I'm hoarding him. I want to be. I want to be Will. I want to hoard him. I want to hoard him all.
You should say clown. Okay. Give me your 2 codoms though. What are 2 solid codoms that someone should work with as a beginner?
Oh no, not blackhead. As a beginner,
Yeah.
spot nose
That's a
and
crucial one.
yellow belly.
Spot nose, yellow belly. Good introductory to the Kodam game. Great podcast, man. Just shy of 2 hours. This shit went by very quick. And how do you? Are you still feel a little nervous? You still got nerve? You killed it, Jay. How do you feel, bro?
No, the anxiety meds are taken in.
Dude, listen, we have some hot seat questions for you before we let you go. Are you
All
cool
right.
with that?
Yeah, man.
All right, guys, please get the likes up for the homie Jay. Killed it tonight. Deserves all the likes. Shit, we just had shy of 90 people tapped in, so we had a hell of a crowd tonight. So shout out to everyone who tapped in. But hot seat questions coming in hot. Jay, do you know how these work, bro? The quicker, the better. Are you cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. JQ, hot seat questions. Let's go. Frozen Thought or live?
Live.
8 cut or no cut?
Cut.
On what day?
First pip.
Red Chondro Neo or yellow Chondro Neo?
Red.
Pre-first shed meal or post-first shed meal?
Post.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay.
One reptile you would import to your collection that's not a ball python?
I like the carpets.
Respect. What about one reptile you're tired seeing being imported? Like you feel like that should not be the case and leave it alone?
Those big ass turtles.
Thank you. God damn, this should be an
Or
automatic
tortoises,
answer.
whatever the hell they're called.
Whatever. I felt you on that.
Yeah. I
how
feel
about
so
this?
sorry for them. I feel so sorry for them when I see them.
That shows and shit.
Yeah.
How about this? To spray or mist a ball python or to never spray and mist a ball python?
Spray when you have a shed problem. I don't spray, but
Yay sports or boo sports?
yay.
Number one sport.
Football.
Favorite football team?
Steelers.
Nice. God, I'm so glad you didn't say the Dolphins, man.
Hence the colors on the logo.
Steelers I could do with, man. I'm glad you didn't say the Patriots. That would have been a difficult one. I don't know if I could go with that.
No.
But Steelers, that's my mom's team right there. And she's very, very passionate about her Steelers. So anyways,
They
shout out
suck
to Steelers.
this
How about
week,
this? Yeah, so do the Raiders, unfortunately. Steak or fish?
Steak.
Favorite cut of steak?
Ribeye, bone and ribeye. Medium
Nice.
rare.
Oh, I love it. Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
Yay.
Favorite alcohol beverage?
I'm a beer guy.
Nice. Preferred beer? Like, what would you like? Are you an pale ale? Or are you
Heffenweizen.
Heffenweizen? Okay, right on. Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Van Halen. The
Thank you.
real Van Halen.
Real Van Halen.
I
God
seen him in
damn.
81 and in 82.
This is a real rocker right here, bro. This guy is fucking official.
The tickets were $12.
Damn. West Coast
Parking was 75 cents.
West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
I gotta go East Coast.
Okay. Favorite East Coast rapper of all time?
Beastie Boys.
Damn, that's what's up. All right, little word association. First thing to come to mind: milk.
Tits.
I knew you would say that. I knew. I don't know why. I'm glad. That's a good answer. Substrate.
Cypress.
Stuck shed.
Mist.
Mites.
Don't bother me. I use pet strips.
First time ball python breeder.
Good luck.
Don't get into puzzle. Instagram trolls.
Fine. They want to troll, go right ahead.
Emilio, you want to hit him with the last one, Emilio? Go ahead.
All right, man. Let's go. Chocolate
Go.
or blackhead?
Woo!
I gotta go
Give
chocolate.
me a good
I gotta go chocolate.
Okay.
But wait,
I
you
got them
can't.
both. I got them both.
I
gotta go
agree.
chocolate. I gotta go
Can you
I
chocolate.
agree. I agree
Black
with.
and chocolate could go together, right? Don't tell me they can't.
Yeah, but if you have to pick one,
No,
I'm going chocolate.
Yeah, I like chocolate.
that was hard.
Okay, what
right.
Okay, how about we all answer this one? Chocolate or the Nyla one?
I don't know the other one, so chocolate.
Name wise, what name are we going with?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Can we just keep it that on this channel forever, please?
El chocolate.
Chocolate. Hey, bro, seriously, hey, you had mad love in the live chats the whole time, but
All
just
right.
shy of 90 people tapped in. Jay, what do you have to say to all your love and support?
Appreciate everybody watching. Hit me up if you need anything.
JQ Ball Pythons and
thank you.
Right?
Thank you, MJ.
Yeah, man. No, my pleasure, bro. JQ Ball Pythons on Instagram, right? That's the best way to get a hold of you for anything.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. What do you guys say to your What do you guys say to your boy Emilio?
Great podcast, bro. I'm proud of you, and bro, share them puzzles, dog. You can't just hog them all up for yourself. You know?
He can. Will does. Do it. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, do me a favor. Go give him a follow, please. JQ Ball Pythons. But it's a wrap. Give it up for my homie Big J, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. Have a good night, bro. Enjoy yourself. We'll talk soon, okay?
You too, guys.
All right. Peace out.
All right.
Definitely looking forward to hanging out with that guy when I come visit. Seems like seems like he's like related to you or something, man. It does seem pretty awesome. Good dynamic tonight. Good show. How do you feel about tonight?
It was great. It was great. Yeah.
I feel like he's definitely on the right path and does what he wants to do. I feel like that's all you need to do in this to be all right. It's just work with what you want to work with.
Yeah. And doesn't care about anything else or whatever else anyone thinks or anything.
Life, I feel like life in general is a lot easier getting through when you just don't give a fuck what other people think. That's a fact. Either way, great show. Let's see, man. Tinley. I know you and I aren't going to Tinley this week. We're gonna pass on it. But how do you think Tinley's going to be this week? If you were to predict it, do you think it's going to be a lot of ball python sales, or what do you think? How do you think the vibe's going to be?
I think it's going to be good, man. Again, it's a buyer's market right now, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, so
not even a little bit. Well, man, I appreciate you hanging out with us, Emilio. Appreciate the entire V Unit family. Be ready Sundays. Get together again. It's gonna be another good banger of a time. But guys, please do me a favor. Go follow Emilio Villarino Reptiles on Instagram. And come fuck with me, him, and the entire V Unit family. Have a good night, bro. I appreciate you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Good night, my brother.
Please give it up for my boy Big E Top G, ladies and gentlemen. All right, bro. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Appreciate everyone who tapped in. All the super chats. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you want to tap into exclusive content, if you want to hang out with me, the trappers, the V Unit family members, special guests, never know who we're going to be bringing, and just meet people face to face, join the Trap Talk Patreon family. You can hang out with us on Sundays, the Zoom calls. They're going to be popping, doing them every week. But yes, Patreon members, love you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. And thank you, man. If this is your first time watching this show and you thought it was great, or if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and select all. You'll be on top of every single podcast I drop here. And then hit that like button too, man. If you really enjoyed tonight, hit that like button. It helps me out. And drop a comment for the guests. Let the guests know what you enjoyed the most. Give them some feedback and hit them up directly if you want to. Appreciate all the feedback, all the love and support. You guys are amazing, man. Be ready, man. It's Tinley week. I know Tinley is something I'm not going to be hitting up this week, but I got to get in the spirit. The podcast got to get in Tinley mode, and it is. And I got to tell you, I hope you guys are ready, because I did the impossible yet again. All right. And what's crazy is he hit me up. He said, MJ, do you have a time for me to come on before Tinley? I'm like, bro, you told me you would never come back on any podcast ever again. And he's like, yeah, well, I lied. All right, I'll take it. So guess what? Tomorrow for Fat Snake Tuesday, we got my homie Elijah Armis from Juggernaut Reptiles coming to Trap Talk for the second time. This is epic. Mainly epic because we have Dave, who's going to be in on this podcast, and I think just be ready. This guy hit a blue eye Lucy short tail python. I don't want to show a picture of it yet because it's going to go down tomorrow. All right. And then, of course, Going into Thursday night, yet another banger, because I have so many questions, as a lot of you guys do, who have questions about certain skin shed testing updates. A lot of you do, especially my green tree python homies. God damn, do they have questions. So we have the man himself, Justin from Canova, hanging out with myself, Dave Levison, and Ben from Rare Genetic Inc. Shout out to all the sponsors. Got all the sponsors coming on the show this week. This is epic. Either way, be ready. This is why you need to subscribe. This is why you got to hit that notification bell, because you won't be slept on any of this heat. Any of this heat. It's going down. Appreciate all of the support, guys. Don't forget, shout out to the sponsors. Freedom Breeder, you guys are my heart. #1 stainless steel rack company in the game. Always Evolving Pythons. AEP. Shout out to Always Evolving Pythons. And yeah, who else? There was one. Oh yeah, and the Reptile Super Show, baby. #1 show in the country. Shout out to Rami. Love you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Shout out to the guests, JQ Ball Pythons and Emilio, my dog. See you guys at the top, and I'm out. Cheers.